So here we are with Eric Cech's parents, Susan and Jim, and they're going to talk to us a little bit about the amazing support system they've developed for their son Eric, second-year student at Gary Gilchrist Golf Academy. Now, Susan, I know you've made some big sacrifices in order to support your son's dream. Tell me a little bit about the big decision to move cross-country and start this journey.
Well, never in a million years would I've ever thought I'd be here in Florida, but it's a long story. Opportunity came up, and Jim and Eric and I came out to visit in March of 2008 before the academy had even officially opened. So we came out for a weekend and decided that Eric was interested, and we made the commitment to come out for 3 months. Eric was going to live in the student housing, but it was determined that it would be best if I stayed here with him. And so Jim stayed in Portland, and then Eric and I came back in fall of 2008, and we're here for his freshman year at Montverde Academy, and went back to Oregon, and we came back again in the fall, this fall, and Eric's a sophomore now at Montverde. So I'm here doing my part of the teamwork. It's teamwork. It's total teamwork. It's coast to coast, Oregon to Florida, really. So it's not just me, but my role is to be here, to be the parent, to be his advocate, to make sure that he stays healthy and is happy. And I feel really fortunate that we have a situation that allows me to be here with him. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
When I know that both of you must have really considered where the best place for Eric was going to be, what about Gary Gilchrist Academy and Montverde Academy made that perfect fit for Eric and then your family?
Well, you want to comment on that again?
Sure.
Okay. We found out about Gary's academy through a friend that we had met at a junior tournament in Scotland, of all places, in summer of 2007. In fact, that's where I first met Gary. And she had called me, our paths had crossed, and she has 2 boys who are junior golfers. One just turned professional. And she called me in January and said, there's this new academy opening up in Florida. You have to come and check it out. And her word was good enough for me because she was familiar with all the different options for the golf academy. So that's how we found out about Gary. And then fortunately, Gary is paired with Montverde Academy because for our family, it's school first, golf second. It's the student athlete, totally. And Montverde is the perfect. We're really grateful that Montverde is working with Gilchrist because it's providing just this absolutely top-notch education for our son. It couldn't be a better fit academically for Eric.
Excellent. Well, I like how you talk about teamwork. It sounds like at home you're instilling those values to be a great athlete, those foundations first. So from afar, Jim, how do you manage to stay connected, to stay just as actively involved even though you can't be as hands-on?
Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, because, I'm just sort of getting snippets of what's happening. But I'd probably talk with Eric on the phone almost more than Susan about how he's doing, how things are going, and obviously technology like cell phones and the computer, which I'm not too literate with, but those things do help. The other thing I wanted to add, though, about the last point was that I really think the thing that makes it such a great place for Eric are the people that are involved. And I think, the first day we got here, we sat down and interviewed with Gary and Leanne about, the academy and what their goals were and how they looked at, the teaching of the students. And then when I've been out here to visit this weekend, both for the tournament and also Eric's birthday is tomorrow, which is a big thing. And but I also had the opportunity to go to Montverde and do teacher conferences to see how that aspect of his life is going. And one of the things that we really took away from that is how involved the teachers are and how much they obviously love what they're doing, because they're just, you can really feel what a good fit it is for them and for the students. And so I think it's both of those things. I think if he went to a place where it was all golf and a little bit of school, I wouldn't feel like that was the right the right mix for him at all. So I think it's, having really strong academics and a really strong golf program, which is what obviously is driving him primarily, that's really what makes it work for all of us.
Well, that's great, actually. And Eric had touched a lot on his pursuit to go to college and play collegiate golf, and it sounds like this is the perfect place for him to start those steps on the way there. Yeah. Anywhere you'd like to see him end up?
Well, of course the Pac-10, being from Oregon, go Ducks. But anyway, no, that's really going to be up to him. But I know that's his goal, is to play collegiate golf. And we tell our kids dream big. So if he makes it to the tour one day, great. But like short-term goal. And the other thing I do want to say again about our decision to have Eric here and to come back and continue with this coast-to-coast kind of family thing is, like Jim said, the support here from Gary and Leanne and the coaching staff and Dr. Bill Meyer, who comes from Seattle, to work on the mental game with the kids. Everyone here is genuinely, they know all the kids. It's a small academy here at Gilchrist, and that makes a huge difference. And then Montverde, they enable it so the kids, like Eric had said, they go to school, they have 5 classes in a row, 8 until 12, boom, they're done. It's really intense. But Montverde recognizes that, like a lot of the other athletes at the academy, not just golfers, but they recognize that they might have to miss a day of school here and there, and they're very supportive. And the teachers are extremely supportive of the kids. So it's a really great situation. It is. And we're taking it one day at a time, but we're happy to be back. And as long as Eric, this is his goal, this is his passion. And it takes a special kind of child to put up with this rigorous schedule. It inspires me, it amazes me what his dedication and passion and how hard he works. And the kids here, they all do. So.
Well, I know you guys are battling the long distance and probably a lot of vigorous long nights, but we're glad that you're here, and we're glad that you took the time to talk to us, and good luck to your son. It sounds like he's going to have a pretty amazing career.
Well, thank you very much.
Boy, yeah, thanks
Thank
for
you.
taking the time.